Results.
And welcome back to Retirement Results. I'm Sam Davis, Senior Financial Advisor. I'm here with Ford Stokes, President of Active Wealth Management and host of Retirement Results. Ford, you're a registered Social Security analyst. This is a topic we talk a lot about on our weekly show, but we're concerned for all of the retirees and pre-retirees out there because the Old Age and Survivors Insurance Trust Fund is expected to be depleted in 2033. This is only 9 years away from the time we're recording this here today. Why does everyone out there need to have a plan for maximizing their Social Security?
Well, Social Security is literally either the number one or number two source of retirement income for retirees in America, period. And so everybody really needs to have a plan. If there's going to be a 23% cut starting in 2033, you really should have your own retirement income plan ready to go and kind of build your own personal pension. We help people every day build their own retirement income plan. We help them analyze how they can, whether they have a positive retirement income surplus or a negative retirement income gap when they start retirement, or even those 5 years before retirement, the 5 years after they retire, that kind of that red zone of retirement. We want to do everything we can to help them have a retirement income plan available. And a lot of people don't realize you can generate your own personal pension through products like fixed index annuities. They don't just have to depend on bonds to be able to generate income. And you really need to get to that safe income portion to make sure that you're not going to run out of money, and you're not going to, that hopefully you're not going to outlive your money. You want your money to outlive you. And that concern about the Old Age and Survivors Insurance Trust Fund going away and being 100% depleted, according to the Congressional Budget Office, by 2033 is a real concern for a lot of retirees, and not enough pre-retirees and retirees know about it.
Yeah, and people have been talking about Social Security's financial issues for decades, but now it's really coming home to roost because as of today, 10,000 baby boomers are retiring daily, with 75 million baby boomers expected to retire before the end of the decade. And to explain why we're experiencing these issues with Social Security, back in the day, Social Security was meant as an income source for low-wage earners, and now we have more people pulling benefits from Social Security and fewer people working actually paying into the Social Security Trust Fund. So that ratio is off. So what can people do to really get that maximization report? And how are you as a registered Social Security analyst able to help people project what they can get as far as income goes in retirement?
Yeah, first I want to tie into something you just mentioned. So in 1950, Social Security had 16 workers for every Social Security recipient. Today, there's 2.6 workers for every Social Security income benefit recipient. By 2030, which is when 75 million more people between now and the end of 2030, when you said the decade, it's 2030. It's right around the corner. You've got a real opportunity to see 75 million more people retire. It's going to be 2.3. So here's how people can get their own Social Security maximization report. What we look for is we look for an individual or a couple, whether they're married filing jointly or they're an individual tax filer, to just give us their Social Security statement from SSA.gov. They go to SSA.gov, they get their own account, make sure that they've got to put their Social Security number in there, and they've got their unique login, and so therefore nobody can get their information. And then we ask them to go ahead and get that to us. We normally like them to go to activewealth.com/workbook and upload their statements to us. They can also check us out at retirementresults.com and do the same thing, because the financial workbook's in the upper right corner. We take their top 35 earning years. We calculate what their FRA, their full retirement age, should be, and also what the amount they're going to expect. And we help them understand what their aim is, which is our average income monthly earnings, and that therefore we're able to tell them, here's how much money you can make from Social Security if you start taking it at 62 and a half, if you start taking it at 67, if you start taking it at 70 years old. A lot of times people need to understand that they don't need to put too much withdrawal pressure, downward pressure on their portfolios. So sometimes it's better for people to just go ahead and take Social Security so they put less withdrawal pressure on their portfolio. But every situation is different, and we try to give them a customized version. One last thing, the longer you wait, the more you're going to make. Generally with Social Security, each year you wait after your full retirement age of, say, 67 years young, it's 8% more that you get. So if you retire at 70, you're getting 132% of the income benefit you were due. But that also means you've got to go all the way to 70 without putting too much downward pressure on your portfolio.
Yeah, it makes sense. The more you wait, the more you'll make. As with any government funding issue, really their only two options are to cut benefits or increase taxes. And we're expecting a little bit of both as we move forward towards 2030. A 23% cut is what's projected in 2033. That means only about 77% of promised benefits would be payable if the trust fund runs out. So it's really important to have a plan for Social Security and then really start stacking those income sources that you can expect in retirement so that your entire retirement lifestyle and income plan can start to come into place.
Getting those income streams is really important because retirement's more about generating income than it is building one big nest egg. We look at income sources like Social Security, number one. Number two would be fixed index annuity income. Number three could be, if you started earlier, it could be life insurance where you can get to that income tax-free. Another one would be withdrawals from your IRAs. We generally recommend a 4% withdrawal rate. But also, number five would be, hey, let's do everything we can to withdraw no more than 4%, but let's also try to convert money from an IRA and put it into a Roth IRA. So 5 years later, you can start generating tax-free income from either a conversion. Each year that you do a conversion, you can start generating income from that Roth IRA as well. So you can be more tax efficient because when you pull money out of your IRA, guess what? The IRS is your partner in that account. And so when you pull money out, let's say you're at a 20% tax bracket, you're going to have to give 20 cents on every dollar you pull out to the government. And we want to help people by the time they're 20 years after they retire, they're no longer paying income taxes to the government other than income on their Social Security income benefit. And that's a whole nother thing that people need to be mindful of. Also, getting more tax efficient is important because people underestimate the impact of taxes on the Social Security income benefit they get because you paid in for 40 or 50 years when you've worked, and you don't really anticipate that you're going to have Medicare surcharges coming out, and then you're also going to have taxation on 85% of your Social Security income benefit. Married couples that make over $44,000 a year, their effective tax rate will be placed against their Social Security income benefit. And people don't understand that. They grossly underestimate it. And it's hundreds of thousands of dollars they're going to pay in additional taxes. So getting more tax efficient in regards to Social Security to reduce the taxation that you're going to have to pay on your Social Security income benefit is a big deal.
So if you're concerned about Social Security, I invite you to visit retirementresults.com. Get in touch with us. We're led by you, Ford, and you're a registered Social Security analyst. And when people get in touch with us, they meet directly with you and me. So if you want that one-on-one attention when it comes to your Social Security, visit retirementresults.com.
Absolutely. Look forward to everybody visiting retirementresults.com. There's not a lot of us registered Social Security analysts. I'm glad I was able to do that. I think I'm one of 15 in the state of Georgia as an example. You really should talk to an RSSA because they'll really be able to help you understand how to maximize your Social Security income benefit. And I would just encourage people to reach out to us at retirementresults.com or just give us a call at 888-814-0304 or just dial pound 250 and give the keyword retirement results.